Hi guys, Mons here. On this episode of Bally Mons, we're going to be looking at the Premier League review for Game Week 27. Just before I get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, please make sure you hit on the subscribe button if you have, and thank you very much for the support. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go through the games so far in the Premier League before the Manchester United game that's being played tomorrow. So Man United are playing Everton tonight. Sorry, Man United are playing Everton tonight, and I'm going to come back tomorrow to give you a reaction and a review for the Manchester United game. So far, my risky pick alert didn't come off this weekend because I picked the bum team in Spurs. Now my risky pick alert record is 15-12. So I had 15 wins and 12 losses. And just a quick touch on the Spurs and Arsenal game. Spurs were completely dominated. I actually picked Spurs to win. They were my risky pick alert for the week, simply because I thought they had a bit of fight, a bit of pride. But I was completely wrong. That team is full of mentality midgets, and I really, really, really hope they get relegated. I think I deserve it. I think the Premier League fans deserve it. I think the Premier League in general deserve it to see Spurs downfall. I'm praying heavily, heavily for Spurs downfall, in my opinion. Cannot stand that team. And Arsenal, obviously, they went about their business. They won the game 4-1. It was an easy win for them. And it says a lot about Spurs to see Gorkarich being threatening. That says how terrible and how bad Spurs are defensively. That's pretty much it for that game. And then, like I said, there's some interesting games this weekend. There were some big wins for some big teams, for some teams. For example, Arsenal, that was a huge win for them, especially after drawing to Wolves just a couple of days ago. Liverpool, huge 1-0 last minute win for them. McAllister again, the winner. Fulham, they lost a couple of games in a row. I think 3 or 4 games in a row. It's good to get back on the W column, especially against a very, very good Sunderland team away at the Stadium of Light, where it's very, very hard to win. And obviously Manchester City as well, applying the pressure on Arsenal still. And obviously with Crystal Palace, they got 1-0 win. It was very uninspiring, very unimpressive in my opinion. They had to beat Wolves. Obviously I know they still got the job done, but it was very late. I think Gessan got the goal. For me, the Crystal Palace fans aren't happy at all. They're not happy at all. They made that known with a banner in the stadium, how Glasner has been speaking out of turn. For me, I think they're going to come to a resolution. I eventually think Glasner is actually going to sign a maybe 2-3 year extension, and I let him go to a bigger team after a year. That's just my opinion. Fulham, like I said, superb win. The two Nigerian boys were fantastic. Iwobi and Calvin Bassey, very, very good. And I saw Jamie Carragher saying Iwobi's underrated. The reason he's been underrated is simply because he was very, very misprofile growing up. Obviously, they had him on the wing and they had him number 10 position in Arsenal, and sometimes they had him second striker, like attacking midfielder. But Iwobi has always been a box-to-box player, even for Nigeria. He's always been a box-to-box midfielder. And finally, he has a manager and a team that profiled him properly, and he's been fantastic. The last 2 seasons, Iwobi has been very, very good in my opinion. And he took his goal very, very well. He was all over the park, took his goal very, very well. And Raul Jimenez, fantastic, 2 goals for him. I saw there that the Fulham weren't happy with him, that they're looking to replace him as a centre forward. They just need to be careful what they wish for, because it's very, very hard getting a good centre forward nowadays in the market that's going to come into the Premier League and score a goal on straight away. Like I said, brilliant win for Sunderland. And like I said, in this game, there was a couple of disappointing results. Obviously, Chelsea, very, very disappointing because they have some very, very tough fixtures coming up. Some very, very tough fixtures. I was looking at it. I think them and West Ham have the most difficult fixtures left in the Premier League for the rest of the season. Aston Villa, another disappointing result for them. But Aston Villa have an easy running compared to Chelsea, for example. I think Aston Villa just are going to get top 4, top 5. But I'm praying for their downfall as well, so because mine can push up higher up in the table. But like I said, they have an easier running than the rest of their top 4 rivals. Aston Villa do. Chelsea have the most difficult running for the top 4. And Liverpool were absolutely blessed. I was watching this game. Nottingham Forest, if they had a clinical centre forward or they had some finishing touches around the box, they should have been 2-3-0 up in this game. They were unbelievable. Anderson, absolutely brilliant for me. What a player. I think I hope Man United go for him because he's a complete midfielder in my opinion. Very, very good player. I think he's better than Adam Morton in my opinion. I'd rather get him than get Adam Morton if I'm Man United. They were just so, Nottingham Forest needs to be more clinical. The pressure that applied on Liverpool was immense. Liverpool could not get out their own half for the first 45 minutes. They didn't have a clear chance for the first 45 minutes. Callum Hudson-Odoi should have scored in the first 3-4 minutes. That's my guy, but he should have scored. And Igor Jesus, I don't know why he keeps dropping back deep. If you're going to keep dropping back deep, then let him start the other centre forward. Let him play high up, because you're dropping back deep. You're congesting the space in the middle for players like Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White is a fantastic player. He hasn't been great this season, and I think that's one of the main reasons why Nottingham Forest have been so poor offensively, because last season Morgan Gibbs-White was fantastic. It was getting a goal and assist every second game. This season he hasn't been the same. I think for the last couple of games he needs to be very, very good, or else Nottingham Forest might go down, in my opinion. I feel bad for West Ham. They should have won that Bournemouth game. They were all over Bournemouth. I think the expected goals for West Ham that game was 3, and Bournemouth was 0. So they should have won that game. They weren't very clinical, in my opinion. They should have won that game. And West Ham, I think, have the most difficult running for the rest of the season compared to their other relegation candidates and rivals. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't want West Ham to go down. I don't want West Ham to go down. I don't want Nottingham Forest to go down. I want Spurs to go down. I am praying for Spurs' downfall so much, you have no idea. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, when I was watching that Liverpool game, Salah is gone, man. Salah is washed. He's absolutely washed. I don't know why you keep playing him on the wing. You have to play him centre forward if you're going to play Salah nowadays. You have to play Salah as centre forward. His pace is gone, legs are gone. He just looks completely washed. There was one stage that he got away from Nico Williams, dribbled, kind of got past him, nice little first touch, and Nico Williams caught up with Salah. Normally, that's what Salah drives into the box. He either gets a penalty, assist, or a goal, and Nico Williams caught up with him and won the ball off him. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I tweeted, I was like, straight away, Salah's legs are gone. Salah is washed. Unless you play Salah centre forward, where he doesn't have to do much running, and he saves his energy for when it's needed, like Ronaldo has been doing for the last couple of years. That's the only way you can get the best out of Salah, in my opinion. That's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to tonight's game against Everton versus Manchester United. I hope Manchester United win. I hope Carrick strikes big, my guy Big Benjamin. And I'll come on here tomorrow to give you a reaction and review of the Manchester United game. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you have any suggestion, please drop your suggestion below. And also, what I would also say is please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Peace out.